What's going on, y'all? So listen. So, American Horror Story. I'm gonna be honest. This episode felt like a filler episode. I guess they was giving us some background on some stuff and trying to set up something for the remaining episodes and how, you know, you have a party that come into power or somebody who doing cults and stuff like that, and you have to have something else that's on the opposite side trying to bring it down or trying to challenge it or outdo it. So that's what they were showing in this episode. And they went back to like the 60s, 70s, and talking about this girl named Valerie Solanas. um they spoke about, let me just get this out the way for a minute. They spoke about, or I should say, they started out talking about, a news report on the shooting that happened at the campaign rally, and then actually had video and know that it was Meadow who actually killed those people and shot Kai. But since Allie was there, she was found holding a gun. She got taken in for questioning too, and we didn't see Allie but at one time this whole episode. Abby don't know where she at, and they was like, I'm not worried that she's gonna say anything because ain't nobody gonna believe her. She was talking to Winter in the butchery shop, and that was it. Beverly is in her feelings, as she damn well should be. Okay, Kai promised a whole bunch of stuff to happen. You want this seat, and in order for you to get this place, because he did win the election, and in order to get this, you know, you need us to follow you. You need to incite fear. You need to do all this. And then when you do this, you can also make our dreams and our hope, what we want, come true too. But he didn't fall through on that. He wants to slow it down a little bit and just sit in the moment. He got people that's coming there. They'll actually want to, be a part of the group now too. Okay. So you got members that were standing outside like bodyguards, wouldn't let Beverly in. And it's like, what the fuck? And they all gingerhead, red. I hope that's not offensive, but, if it is, I apologize. They all redheads and stuff like that. I was like, awkward. And they was just snickering under their breaths and stuff, treating her real coldly. Y'all know how Beverly feel about that. Okay. Beverly killed Bob because of that. That's what made us snap, because Bob was belittling her and doing all that stuff. And Cop was basically talking down on her, saying, just chill the fuck out. We ain't got shit else to do. We don't need to kill no more. We don't need to do all this other stuff. And Beverly wasn't having it. Okay. Now we knew right from the jump, Beverly was a strong woman. Okay. She wasn't no weak bitch. Okay. She was weak enough to follow this shit, but 9 out of 10, she was following for her own agenda. Okay. She knew as soon as she got caught a fucking break, yeah, she had that shit in the bag. So I just knew that was gonna be some issues, and she ain't gonna go down without a fight with this whole shit. Like, okay, so you trying to make me look like I'm stupid in front of your friends and all this shit. You talking down on me. You promised this and you promised that, but you're not gonna follow through because you got what you wanted. Okay, what about the rest of us? All right, I'm not just about to blindly follow you no more. Okay, where's my cut of the goddamn pie, bitch? You know, um. So they do all that. She comes outside and she sees this lady that's out there. And I was like, oh my God, it's Balenciaga. I will never forget when I seen that shit on the coven, okay? When they was about to burn that witch, they was like, burn her ass at the stake. And it was like, any last words? She said, Balenciaga. Yeah, I know she was the maid on the Murder House. Was it Murder House? Yeah, the first season. So because I kept on looking at her eyeball, I was like, yeah, there they go. And she comes in and she was basically telling Beverly, that you need to come talk to me. You're a woman. You allowed yourself to get played once again by men. And that's what women always fucking do. You want to stand up and you want to do something, but then a man come in and take credit and all this shit. If you really want to know the real deal and you want to know how to control this shit, bitch, look me up. Okay, here where I'm at. Come there and we'll talk. And she was like, bitch, you a crazy bitch. First of all, she was dressed in all black. And I was like, I wouldn't have went over there to her too. I said, Beverly, you got balls, bitch, because I would have went the other direction. I think she was on her car though. I would have been like, bitch, you better get the fuck off. Let me go get security because I ain't got time for this shit, bitch. I ain't got time to fuck up an elderly person. But so after she meets with Kai, she had that little conversation and she feeling the type of way. She pulls together, went to Ivy and well, that's it. Okay. Winter and Ivy about the whole thing, and they at the butchery shop talking, and then when she comes in, old girl come in. So she's sitting down there and she's telling us this story, going back about this society for cutting up men called SCUM, and the SCUM manifesto that was made by Valerie Solanas. Okay. And when the episode first comes on, we see somebody in the car fucking. Now, because it's Ryan Murphy and because he put a lot of gay shit up in here, I swear to God, no lie, I thought it was two men that was in there just getting banged. Okay, I just thought it was two men in there doing what they was doing, but it was a heterosexual couple, prostituting or whatever the fuck. Cause after she was through, Valerie was getting fucked by this dude. She was like $10. I said $10. That's it, bitch. You. What? Your self-esteem is real low, bitch. You could have aimed a little bit higher. And you're supposed to get at least half up front because that motherfucker pulled out like a 5 and said, that's it. I said, bitch, wait a minute. I think it was like $6. She said, that's it. No, I said $10, motherfucker. This all I got. I would have sliced his ass up right then and there just because, okay? This why motherfuckers, let me tell you something. This why prostitutes and motherfuckers be losing their goddamn minds when y'all be playing games with them. Give them their money, okay? Regardless of if it's legal or not, they are out here doing a job for themselves, bitch. Something that you wouldn't do, providing a fucking service for you. Pay them what they ask you to. And if you're not going to, don't pull your pants down, bitch. Drive the fuck off. I'm just saying, it just makes sense, Fair is fair. Okay, legal is legal. Moving on from that, okay, customer service. You want to get a good route. Anyway, so she goes and get a gun. And she got a gun and she's trying to get 5. She said, how many bullets can I get for the $5 or some shit like that? I said, wait a minute, is that easy? So she goes and we see this whole scene with the guy that's playing Kai playing Andy Warhol. Okay, everybody know who Andy Warhol is. If you don't, look him up. Okay, he's very, very famous. He didn't necessarily die this way, but that they reimagining stuff. You know what? I can't wait to come on because Ryan Murphy. Was it Ryan Murphy and then that did that? American Crime. Y'all need they did OJ versus People. Bitch, I cannot wait till they do the Versace murders. Okay, when they do him, oh my God, that comes on next year. In a couple of months. I think it's in January. I hope it's in January because I've been waiting, okay? But anyway, so she goes over there. She cursing him out. He was basically, because she want her screenplay. She want her stuff back and, thinking that he read it and he really didn't read it. So it's playing with her self-esteem and she thinking at this point, all men are shit. Come to find out, her name is BB. Okay, that's her girlfriend name, the lady that came up in there. BB used to go with her. They used to be her boo. Valerie used to be her boo. And Valerie got some issues with men, okay? She just can't stand them. She got pregnant by her father, stepfather, twice, probably both of them, but she was pregnant twice, and when she first met her, she was 30 years old. Valerie snapped because Andy Warhol was just doing the most, basically making her feel bad about herself. And you got somebody that already, you can tell, got low self-esteem, and you talking about why don't you just put some makeup on, why don't you do this, and why don't you go model and all this stuff. She came back and you disrespecting her work and you're not really, giving her the full attention. And this is the attitude that was going on, especially back then, two women, thinking that they're lesser than a man and don't deserve as much respect besides being in the kitchen and stuff like that. So you can't be in a creative aspect. Girl, do whatever the fuck you want to, but this is a man's world. So Valerie came up in that bitch and fixed that and shot his ass, okay? Killed him, and they put her in a mental ward. Before that, she was having these little meetings with a few of her people, and it was very nice to see some of the cast members that Ryan Murphy has either worked with in the past on past seasons of American Horror Story or on Glee. Because I was like, oh my God, that's the gym teacher from Glee, bitch. I remember her. But you know, and basically they were going to go out and then they had two gay men, Maurice and Bruce. They were going to go out and, talk some shit. And basically Valerie had this plan to exterminate all men. And it was like a few women got to be gone in the process too, because as soon as I give you the signal, this is what she's telling young BB. As soon as I give you the signal, you will know what that is, and we're gonna start with the couple death. And I was like, what the coupling? What you finna do? Bitch, she went out and killed a couple that was in a car. Okay. They come out with hoods and stuff on. They in there kissing and shit. It's all dark. I never understood that stuff. When I seen shit like that in the movies and stuff, in these old movies, especially when they go out to this like lover's lane or this little wooded area, whatever, little field, and they're the only car out there and it's dark and so I'm gonna turn off the lights in the car. We gonna do all this kissing and stuff. We gonna fucking shit. Bitch, hell no. Okay, I'm too paranoid from some shit like that. You don't know, you asking to be murdered. You asking for something to fucking happen. And then they in there kicking it and kissing and all this stuff. And they hear this little crackling. It was like, did you hear that? It was like, yeah, but whatever. And they go back to doing what they was doing until they think they heard a gunshot. So they hear the gunshot. And these fools, instead of turning on the car and just driving the fuck off, they get out the car and go in front of the car. I'm saying, like, bitch, why? Why would you do this? Go away, run. No, and they get themselves killed. And mind you, once again, this is another form of a cult, because Valerie is running this whole society for cutting up men, quote unquote, while she's in a fucking asylum. She's not out here doing all this killing shit because she's locked the fuck up for the moment. Okay? They didn't kill two couples, a few people, and they were masking it and putting the signs up as if they were the Zodiac killer. And what BB said is, technically speaking, the murders that they had said for the Zodiac killer, bitch, a gray hair. Oh. Let it go, Ashley. Okay. I'm getting old. Like, it's a gray hair and I can visibly see it. You may not can see it, but bitch, I can see it. Like, okay, what was I? So, they were technically the Zodiac killer, okay? That is why they remain a mystery and no one ever found out who it was. But they was like, Winter was like, hold the fuck up. How y'all the Zodiac killer? And the Zodiac killer was a man. And it was like, no. See, let me tell you what happened. Before they found out that it was the Zodiac and called the Zodiac killer, they didn't have it was just a string of murders, couples getting killed. They didn't have no name or whatever it was to it. And so at one point, they had the gay man up in the thing. All of a sudden, somebody took credit for it. Somebody sent a message in the crossword puzzle and all that shit to the police, and they put it up in the newspaper. Y'all remember? Go look up the Zodiac. How that shit go. Go watch the movie the Zodiac with Jake Gyllenhaal. It was a long movie, but is it Helter Skelter? No, that's not it. That's Charles Manson. Bitch, whatever the fuck, the Zodiac. Which book? It's a yellow thick ass book. One of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's probably called the Zodiac. But anyway, yeah, they did all that. And it was like somebody was taking credit for the work. Okay, a man came through and took credit for what these women are doing. And of course, this made Valerie pissed the fuck off. When she finally gets out of jail, they said somebody had went out there and did a murder by themselves, and the man had actually went out there and tried to do the murder by himself, and fuck shit up. So he put out there that he was the Zodiac killer, and that's how that came about. When they came back to gathering together, and Valerie was there, finally out of the asylum, the jail, or whatever, and come to find out, it was the person who did it was the guy in their group. At first, she was going to call out. She called out Maurice. She told Maurice to get his ass up. This was found underneath your bed. This is your writing. This is this. And then you see Bruce just sitting there. Why don't you go ahead and admit it, Maurice? You know that you did it, bitch. You know that you did it, okay? And so I was like, Maurice didn't do that shit because the focus always was on Bruce. Bruce was the only one that we heard at the beginning saying I'm a turd and all this shit, gave his little story as to why he should stay. But then all of a sudden we want to blame Maurice on something. Maurice been quiet. You all spoke up too soon and you was making it too obvious that you did it. And they realized it, and Valerie wasn't stupid in the first place. Stabbed him in the arm, and we saw the watch that he had on was a Zodiac watch. And that was a brand of watches. So they ut his ass up and put him as the symbol of the Zodiac. I said they cut his legs up, put his legs where his arms were, put his arms. Oh my God, it was just a mess. It was like, where his balls and dick at? It was like everything missing but that. I mean, here but that. It was like, wait a minute, open up his mouth and it's in his mouth. I said, oh, that's nasty. But, at this point in time, Valerie tried to go up in there and claim credit for it and say it was the SCUM that did it. And the men, of course, were not listening. So this is, making her go crazier. She's pissed the fuck off, putting out a hit list of, important people that she needs to kill off, men and shit like this. And, what we can just come from is that Valerie just don't give a fuck about niggas. Niggas, bitches, niggas, okay? She just want all the men out the planet of the earth. Because she's been hurt by it. This bitch has been sorely hurt and scorned by him. But we see that this happens all the time, okay? You have women that do a lot of work and get looked over, get lesser pay and all this stuff. And that's what they're playing off of, okay? The value of women and how, not really that much change. We do see a little progress, but not really that much has changed, And so when she gets through saying this, she's putting it in their heads, she's putting it in their heads what they need to do. And that's what it was with that sacrifice with Bruce, okay? That was like the turning point, like, okay, you see what Kai's doing. Kai and did all this shit. He's not including y'all into stuff. Now you need to go make make an example for him and show him that, you meant what you said and you're here and you need to be listened to and you're gonna listen to me, okay? And so, Winter goes up there. She's talking to Kai. Kai's in their parents' bedroom and, saying, do you think they're proud of me and all this shit? Whatever. It gets to the point where Kai know about the manifesto because Kai starts saying, maybe I should write a book or something. She was like, you gonna write a book? He's like, no, that's too fucking long. I'm gonna just put a social media post on Facebook or some shit like that. I said, you ain't never fucking lied. I said, who got the fucking time, bitch? These millennials and people these days, we ain't got time for that. All right, they're gonna throw something on. Listen, if your Facebook status is more than 3 sentences long, that's still too long. Okay, that's too much for them. All right, but he was like, I'm gonna call it fear in truth or something like that. And then he said, what if I call it MLWB? Men lead, women bleed. I was like, oh shit. At this moment, Winter knows that he knows about the SCUM manifesto and knows that somebody's been either tricking off and somebody been sneaking and talking and figuring out what they've been gathering about the women, okay? And so they back at the butchery at Ivy's restaurant and Harrison pops up. Okay, Harrison was like, so Kat's supposed to be here, where am I at? Am I early and all this stuff? I was like, no, bitch, this is a special invitation for you. Winter was like, bitch, I know it was you who said this shit, okay? That men lead, women bleed type of stuff. So it had to be you. You's a weak bitch because you ain't even stand up when your wife got killed and all this shit. You let her do that. And he didn't give a fuck about Meadow. Trying to say this was all Kai and this is what we needed and Kai this and Kai that. So basically, he was the sacrifice. He was the counter sacrifice, all right? They killed his ass. And what surprised me is that Ivy was the one who was so willing to chop up the fucking legs and stuff. But when they go out with Kai and them to do their killing, she's squeamish, She didn't want to do that, you know? So what, you desensitized to it now? You didn't get energized by a woman to tell you to do some shit like this now? Is that what it is? Bitch, next thing you know, we see Kai sitting down there in his basement and he looking at the TV and Miss Beverly is up there getting a Beverly is back on her news shit. She was like, a man's body was found. Harrison Hilton Wilton or whatever was found dismembered, okay? And he was the husband of the killer of the people at the rally, you know, the assassination. And maybe this was an attempt to get back at him, you know, for what his wife did, okay? Maybe this is a message showing that these people mean business, okay? That's what it is, all right? I'm just sitting here like, I get what you're saying. Basically, through this fucking TV, and this video camera and this news broadcast, because she knows that Kai is going to be watching, she's saying, you better, you know, be on the lookout, because we up to the game, okay? We not here to be played with. You keep fucking with us and you keep doing us dirty and not including us into shit, bitch. So maybe some more of these killings that you didn't want to happen gonna start happening some more if you don't you know, get your shit together. We on to your ass. I was like, bitch, you just threatened him through a fucking TV. And I don't care if nobody knew who they was being threatened. The way that her facial expression, she was talking as if she was finna jump. Like she was finna beat somebody's ass right then and there. I said, girl, why you so mad? What did I ever do to you? So I'm like, Kai knew, bitch, if a regular viewer was watching it felt like you was trying to attack them too. Bitch, at this point, Kai sits there and say, you know, sometimes they all just need a little feel to give them a little push or some shit like that. And the camera pans out. And why is he sitting on the couch with motherfucking BB? Balenciaga, what the fuck y'all got going? Okay? But that was American Horror Story. Like I said, this didn't give me much. Quit sending me stupid shit. Y'all, anyway, I'm sorry. But it felt like a filler episode. So y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. How many more episodes is it in this season? Is it 10 or is it 12? I don't know. Y'all refresh my memory, okay? Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.